What up, YouTube? It's your boy ATrueHero, and today, here with a quick video to talk about the status of Diva Hero in 2024. So let's address the elephant in the room. A number of players, some of my close friends included, such as Frazier from the I Am Nerd podcast channel, and even my boy Nikki Stang, have been asking me to go back to Diva Hero.
This is Diva Hero. It has had a couple tops this year, and last year ATrueHero went on an absolute fucking tear with this deck, but then he dropped it for Black Wings and completely has decided to say this deck isn't that good to me anymore, and that's because of really three things: Oppression, Vanity's Fiend, and Fossil Dyna. So he has lost so many tournaments or rounds to just those cards, and it's frustrated him to the point where it made him switch decks. And instead of being a true hero, he is now more like a true villain because he plays Blackwing. I think that ATrueHero should go back to Diva Hero because when he played it, it looked like magic. Like, this deck wasn't really that impressive to me when I first joined the Edison format in 2022, but now, after seeing the way he piloted it and consistently topped every single tournament, got second at Nationals last year, because he switched decks, I feel like people aren't inspired to play this deck anymore. He was the leader of this deck, right? I think the deck is still good because other people are still seeing success with it, but I don't think that it's without its issues. But I think that he could cook a build up that might be able to deal with that. And I think that just like, yeah, I think if you're skilled and you play this deck, I think you can absolutely still do well. So you just have to believe. And I just want him to believe again. So don't forget, comment, go back to Diva Hero, please, so we can get this man to go back to his home, which is this deck.
And what are my thoughts? Well, look at the thumbnail of the video. That says it all. That picture was actually taken the night before Nationals. I flipped a coin to decide which deck I would play, Black Wings or Diva Hero, and I wound up going with Diva Hero. But before I played in the event, now I'm in the hotel Airbnb with me and all the other top level Yu-Gi-Oh players, me, Sean McCabe, Frazier, Vinny, Corey, all of us. And what I decide to do is, I'm like, all right, I'm going to draw a sample hand, and if this hand is great, I'm going to win the event. And that is the hand I drew. Foreshadowing. So, I mean, obviously I didn't win the event, but nevertheless, the point is, as explosive as Diva Hero is, it suffers from consistency sakes. In a large scale tournament, when you're playing 8, 9, 10 rounds, you're just going to pull some hands no matter which build you play. Because if you look at that hand, with the exception of Mind Crush, every iteration of Diva Hero can draw that combination of cards. And it's terrible. It's terrible. Now, granted, every deck can draw poorly, but it just seems like Diva Hero takes it to the extreme. When Diva Hero draws well, it takes it to the extreme. When Diva Hero draws poorly, it takes it to the extreme. So I'd rather have a more consistent deck overall. Before you, you can see the list that I piloted card for card in 2023 at Nationals, which I believe is still the largest Ultimate Time Wizard event to date. However, since that time, Diva Hero and the Edison meta has evolved tremendously. So, as the time changes, so does the deck. Within the past year, there have been a number of great Diva Hero players to surface, many of which who I'm close friends with. Bad Robot, Televisual, they're some of my closest friends, and they have done wonders with the deck. But they're not the only proficient Diva players to have emerged as well. Other players such as Tony, Chai T, and of course even James Ark are all players who have played Diva Hero and have done well over the past year. Now, let's take a look at some of the changes that some of these players have innovated upon Diva Hero and talk about whether or not it's fit for the current meta of Edison. First up, we have Bad Robot. Now, Bad Robot, in my opinion, is the best active Diva Hero player to date. However, these days, he's been taking a bit of a break to focus more on his personal life. But during his run in 2024, one of the variations of Diva Hero that he brought to life was the Dandy Debris Diva Hero. In my personal opinion, it's a list that doesn't work for me. But some of the advantages that it has is, of course, it has the main deck Snowman Eater, and that combos with Debris Dragon because you're able to make cards like Black Rose Dragon. Not only that, Debris can also bring cards back such as Deep Sea Diva, and in some cases, you might even want to bring back a Prodigy. Now, the reason why this deck is so good is because many decks in Edison format have a difficult time making Black Rose Dragon. But with this version, Future Fusion becomes more viable because you can send cards like Snowman Eater and Dandelion, of course, not together, right? Because that's a water and an earth. But you can send cards like Snowman Eater and a hero, such as Alias or Malicious. Or you can send cards like Dandelion and another hero, because then that's an earth and a hero. But the point is that Future Fusion becomes more versatile because you can send more cards to the graveyard depending on the situation that you need. If you need to blow up the field, then send cards to make a Black Rose. If you need to establish board presence, then send Dandelion. Or if you just want to send cards like Malicious in order to make a level 8, you can do that as well. So this deck has a lot of neat tricks, but in my opinion, it's too many moving parts. And I also think that's one of the reasons why these days in Bad Robot's more recent Diva Hero builds, he doesn't use Dandelion or Debris anymore. But still, due to the success that it's had, it's worth mentioning. Continuing onward, we have Bad Robot's more recent Diva Hero build. Now, this Diva Hero build, many people have been using and not giving him credit for. So it wasn't only him, but him and Televisual together. They put their brains together to come up with this, but they're using both Armageddonite and Dark Grepher. And this is relevant because now the deck has more explosive power, because with the addition of Armageddonite and Grepher, you can have more cards to send to the graveyard, such as Necrogardna. And this gives Diva Hero another level of defense. One of the things that I've always said about Diva Hero was, in terms of offense, it is one of the most explosive decks in the format. However, in terms of defense, it's very weak. And that's why in my list of nationals, I played Spirit Reaper, because Spirit Reaper was a card that could really help boost the defense. But Necrogardna can serve as the defensive card while also not necessarily slowing the deck down, unless of course you draw it, right? But if you send it with a card like Dark Grepher or Armageddonite, then this actually speeds the deck up in one, putting a defense in a graveyard, and two, it can also combo with Return from a Different Dimension. So you can banish your Gardna, return it back, synchro with Plague or Diva, make a level 5, or if you have other monsters on the field, make other levels depending on what's available to you at the time. So this is the more recent build that many Diva Hero players have been seeing success with, and in my opinion, I think this is one of the best builds. Now, I personally haven't tested it, and I'm still an advocate for cards like Treeborn Frog over Snowman Eater, but in this build, in particular, Snowman Eater would do better. And the reason is because Treeborn Frog is better when you have triple Caius, but this build only plays double Caius. So there's less of a reason to have Treeborn Frog. Of course, Treeborn Frog works more with just Caius, but its main purpose is serving as tribute fodder for Caius. However, it can also be used to combo, it can also be used as a defense mechanism, etc. But that's why Necrogardna is there and in place. So as you can see, everything works well together. Now, I haven't tested this build thoroughly, and coming up soon is a very important tournament. There's two actually important tournaments coming up this August, and we have RBET, Maryland, as well as YCS Sacramento. Unfortunately, due to personal reasons, I won't be able to attend RBET Maryland, despite the fact that I pre-registered for it, but I will 100% be attending YCS Sacramento. So if anyone is there who wants to meet me or just chat, then I'm looking forward to meeting you guys there. And I hope that I can do well. At this time, I still haven't decided if I'm going to go with Diva Hero or Black Wings, but we'll see. Maybe I'll just flip a coin like I did at Nationals. But moving on. The next Diva Hero list that I want to talk about is, of course, one of the most popular builds, which is the Spy package. Now, this deck was coined by, once again, my close friend, Televisual, who managed to secure top 3 at RBET 1 of Season 3. And this deck put Diva Hero once again back on the map. Televisual has been repping Diva Hero, and this deck caught all the contenders of the event by surprise because no one expected Gravekeeper Spy to combo with Diva Hero. However, in theory, it's very good. And the reason why is because if Diva Hero can stick a level 4 monster on the field, then the following turn it can synchro with Diva or Plague to make a level 6 and a level 8 synchro, or even 2 level 6 synchros. The level 8 synchro, of course, can only be done if Malicious is in the hand. And this is so powerful because that's over 4,000 points of damage in most cases, and it's a very strong board presence that cannot easily be broken, especially if you have back rows. Now, my opinions on this build. It's very good because of the multitude of level 4 monsters, but Descendant isn't necessarily a card that I want to draw. Not to mention, it takes out some of the other cards that I think are key to Diva Hero, such as Sangan. Sangan is so important in Diva Hero because you can search out both a hero and a warder. So oftentimes with a build like this, you might have, your heroes or your warders, but without the opportunity to pick and choose which one you want because there's one less search target for them, it gets a little bit harder for consistency's sake. Yet, at the same time, because Spy has such a high defense, you can perhaps use those turns to just draw into it naturally. And the build still plays Gold Sark. And it's easier to resolve your Gold Sark for 2 turns when you have a 2,000 wall on the field. So this build is very good, and it's brought Televisual a lot of success. These days, he has switched over to the build that he and Bad Robot collabed on, which is the one I just spoke about previously, the Armageddonite Dark Grepher Necrogardner package. So definitely an excellent choice. However, it's not for me. The last build I want to talk about is a bit of a spicy build. This, as you can see, got 5th place at the EWCQ, and this build plays almost no defense. It's almost pure offense. Yes, it does play the staples such as Bottomless, 1 Mirror Force, 1 Solemn, and you do have the 1 Tech D-Prison, but for the most part, it is all aggression. And the point of this build is just to turbo out Miracle Fusions, Absolute Zeros, and of course, this guy right here. And his name, as you can see, is Elemental Hero Terra Firma. And basically what this guy allows you to do, as you can see, is that you contribute 1 face-up Elemental Hero monster. This card gains attack equal to the attributed monster's attack until the end phase. And you can get priority on this effect as well. So imagine like you have an Absolute Zero, you contribute Absolute Zero with Hero Terra Firma. Now, Firma's attack goes up to 5k, and your opponent's board gets wiped out. So they're about to take 5,000 points of damage just like that. So, a bit of an interesting build. However, it has seen a lot of success in that one particular event. And another tech card that plays is Interdimensional Matter Transporter. And what it does is you can target 1 face-up monster that you control and banish that target into the end phase. So naturally, what you can do is target your Absolute Zero. Now, Absolute Zero cannot be special summoned by any other ways other than Fusion Summon, aka Miracle Fusion or Super Polymerization, etc. However, this card does not summon the monster. It just returns it. It banishes it until the end phase. So, when you banish Absolute Zero with this card's effect, Zero's effect will trigger, destroying all of their monsters, and then Zero can be successfully summoned back to the field. This is relevant for a lot of reasons. 1, you can Regeki on your opponent's turn. 2, it dodges problematic cards such as Mirror Force, Torrential, Brain Control, Caius, etc., while still allowing you to keep your Absolute Zero and if you can survive until the end phase. So a very interesting card, and we can see that not only 1 was played in the build, but 3. So as you can see, in 2024, There are so many different ways to play Diva Hero. I'm still undecided, once again, whether or not I'll play Diva Hero for Nationals or not. However, if I do, as the saying goes, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So I will play something more traditional, my own style, because I still believe that my style is the most effective against the meta. Now, there is one more version of Diva Hero that I actually want to show you guys. And this is a build that I have been working on in secret, but because I love my fans and I'm so thankful for all of you guys always supporting me, even when there's lows and highs of me uploading content, I'm thankful that you're still here. So let me show you on the secret Absolute Zero build that I've been working on. This is what I like to call Diva Hero Skill Drain. I received inspiration to build this deck from Jeff Jones. For those of you who don't know, Jeff Jones is one of the best Yu-Gi-Oh players of all time. He actually won the Proper Edison event in 2010-2011 with Quick Draw. Now, in Anaheim, California, he won the event as well with not Diva Hero, because at that time in 2009, there was no Deep Sea Diva, but he won with Skill Drain Dad. So this deck list takes a combination of Edison format with 2009 Yu-Gi-Oh! Inspired by Jeff Jones to bring what you can see before you. Skill Drain Diva Hero. Now, this deck plays cards such as Defender, and not only Defender, but cards that work under Skill Drain. Now, the reason why Defender is so good with Skill Drain is because he's a wall. His defense is 2700, and oftentimes, Defender behind a Skill Drain cannot be beaten. But there are so many good cards that work with Skill Drain, such as Beast King Barbaros. So when you summon him, his attack's 19, but under Skill Drain, his attack will go up to 3k. And you also have cards like Mystic Tomato, Plague Spreader, Sangan. All these cards work under Skill Drain. And although some of the power cards do not work under Skill Drain, such as Stratos, Caius, Dark Arm, they're just too powerful not to play. And a neat trick with Caius and Skill Drain that many people may forget is that when you summon Caius, although his effect does get negated by Skill Drain, his effect still activates. So let's say you summon Caius and target your opponent's monster, and then your opponent responds with Bottomless Trap Hole. Well, now Caius is no longer on the field, so the monster that you targeted will become banished. But this is a very explosive deck with all the power of Absolute Zero, as well as the power of Skill Drain. So, among the different decks that I've shown you today, you have to find out the Diva Hero version that works best for you. So what I'm going to do to kind of wrap this video up is I'm going to play a quick set with Diva Hero, talk about it, and I'll show you kind of like what I would play if I was entering in a tournament today. Okay, so here I am playing a set. This is a Diva Hero list that I would use if I were to enter into a tournament today. Dang, not the GL Have Fun, no. That's crazy, bro. Not the GL HF, no. Well, I mean, oh, damn, he wasn't kidding. I mean, wow. I mean, he was going to lose, so this is what I was going to do, right? Obviously this, and then at my turn. So we could just check the replay to see what he had. And that's Diva Hero OTK, by the way. My man's like GLHF, no, and then just flat out left. Okay. So he wasn't going to die because obviously he had Dust Shoot, and he had this as well, but he was not in a good position. Cool. So, I mean, we can't end the video like that, right? So let's try again. That's crazy. My man's like, I can't go first. I'm out of here. And his hand wasn't bad either, but okay, anyway. Dr. Fries. That's an interesting name. Like Dr. Zoidberg. All right, anyway, thank you. I need the luck, bro. I need the luck. So here we are. We got a monster heavy hand. He doesn't have anything, which is great. Caius, no, not that lucky. So I mean, we could like super overextend here. We could go like special summon Greffer, pitch, drop 3 darks, and then make Goyu. Let's see what he's got. This motherfucker, bro. All right, you didn't hear that. Guys at home, you didn't hear that. You didn't hear that. All right, anyway. Let's move on with our lives. Let's move on with our lives. People think that they're so good playing Jar Greed. They think that they're so good. They think they're so good playing Jar Greed. They think they're so good. I'm gonna get the +1 off the Jar Greed and make my opponent waste his MST. All right, let me think here. 3,028.17. Is that game? My math is terrible. So 3,017.28. It's 75, so I can't kill him. So we're just gonna make our boy Colossal Fighter. Yeah, we'll just do that. Big Colossal. And we're gonna Dark Arm here. Yes. Sangan. 17, 28, 28. All right. He's 28. You don't have any warriors. I don't have any warriors. Nobody has any warriors. He's 28, right? Game 100. This is not a warrior. It's a fiend. It's a fiend, my guy. It's a fiend. It's a fiend. All right. So, yes, Mr. Fries. Mr. Fries. I'm not here to cheat you. Oh, all right, guys. I'm sorry. We're not going to be able to see Diva Hero in 2024 because unfortunately we're not up against people playing real decks. Like that's apparently not a thing today. So I'm sorry. Like that's it. I tried 2 sets. You guys all saw it. Everyone here saw it. You know, everybody here saw it. We got 2 darks, right? Yeah, so let's just pump it out for game. Everyone here, but like I'm going against Exodia. I mean, the first set, like it was a real deck, right? Like Vayu is like real, but if my man is just, yeah, he's like, you can't scare me. Okay, that's fine. My man's like just playing Exodia, trying to stall out with Reaper and draw into Jar Greeds, and yeah, I'm just attacking. So, Dr. Fries, if you don't have anything, oh, Heavy Storm. I mean, I'm not playing Heavy Storm. I'm definitely not playing Heavy Storm. Oh no. Oh no. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Not my man setting Exodia pieces. Just this has to be okay. Yep, that's why I didn't Heavy Storm. So I could go Heavy Storm. You could go Jar Greed. I'm so good. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Or wait, what? Other way around. But you know, you get it. It's funny, right? Like that one J. Cole song where he was quoting the president and he was like, "Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me, can't get fooled again." Just, what? Do you know the saying, bro? Like, do you know the saying? All right, can we get game here, please? All right, Mirror Force, sure. Like, he's at 700. I'm not trying to. Okay, that's fine. Monster. I don't have. Yeah. Oh, that's frustrating. Oh, that's so frustrating. Oh, that's so frustrating. So now he gets his Sark, he gets his Abras. He can do all his good Yu-Gi-Oh shenanigans here. If I don't draw a monster with an attack of 700, I'm going to be heated, bro. I'm going to be heated. Yes. Get all 5 of your monsters. Obviously, I don't have DD Crow. Have I gone through a lot of my monsters? Like, not really. Like, I haven't drawn a single Deep Sea Diva. I'll even take, you know, the classic Spine Gilman now. 1, 2, okay. See, the thing is, he thinks he's safe with Swords of Revealing Light. Little does he know. All right, well. If I cannot draw a Deep Sea Diva, despite the fact that I play 3 of them, I'll force one into existence, you know? I'll force the will into existence. I mean, it's crazy having a Sark for a 3 of, but it is what it is. And like that, I don't even know the count of this thing, but I feel like it's been 3 turns. Haven't even been keeping track because I'm just so heated. I'm just so heated that I can't draw a monster to save my life. And now I got to deal through all this stall cards. Look at this. Look how pathetic this is. Look how pathetic this is. Yeah, we're not gonna do anything. Yep. 3 turns went by. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Ooh, start me up. Why do you build me a buttercup, just to let me down? All right. I'm actually super okay with that because now I don't have to worry about attacking into it and like losing my battle phase. All right. Next turn, I get it. I'm heavy storming. Not that it's even necessary. Mirror Force is gone now. But heavy storming, gonna go for game. I get my Diva this turn. So you better have drawn. See, like that's why I was like, was it worth it drawing 2 cards there? Okay, yep. Draw into your cards. Yes, 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 yes. If you don't get all 5 pieces of Exodia right now, you're done. You know what I mean? Dr. Fries about to turn you to Dr. Poutine. Guess that's a Canadian joke, Canadian reference, maybe. Some of you guys might not get that. Even I don't get it. I'm not Canadian. Yeah. All right, come on, bro. Stop wasting time. You lost. I know you lost. You know you lost. We know you lost. So come on. Please, please, please just admit defeat. Rub your chin, Dr. Fries. Like, come on. Mr. Mr. Guy. Mr. Guy. Mr. GUI. Let me get my Deep Sea Diva and swing. 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 Because you got 5 cards in your hand. And yeah, thank you. All 5 aren't Exodia pieces. So anyway, Exodia, obviously these cards do nothing against Exodia. So yeah, that's it. That's all we got for Exodia. That's all we got. Yeah, we don't need this for sure, right? He's not attacking. I mean, Spear Reaper, but anyway. Yeah, this is really good. Yeah, we don't need any of that. Uh-huh. We don't need that. And yeah, all right, cool. We're Gucci gang, baby. Actually, Solemn is not terrible against Exodia, but whatever. We're cool with what we got. We're cool with what we got. Cause how you gonna beat a decree, baby? How you gonna beat a decree? Oh my god, and the Rhoda? Cause we were cool with just summoning Diva. We were cool with the Diva. Now, likely it's a what's that card called? Spear Reaper. I mean, it's a, you know what? It's a card I don't want to attack. How about that? Can we agree with that? It's a card that I don't want to attack. Can we just agree with that? Like whatever it is, I don't want to attack it. I think we can agree with that. I think we can agree with that. Uh-huh. 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 Now, interestingly enough, this man has no back rows, which is like, bro, what deck are you playing? You got no back rows? Anyway. 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 Luckily for him, I can't kill him. We could just make Stardust here, actually. Not that Stardust does anything in particular. We're not protecting anything. I don't think he's playing Kaya, so if he faders, I'm just going to actually just let it stay there. I'm cool with him fadering. Oh, cool. He doesn't even have fader. I'm faded. 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 All right, Dr. Fries, is that it? Have you met your demise? He needs a brain con here. But, you know, if this is Yu-Gi-Oh, like I know it, this is where the magic happens. He plays brain control. He plays like soul exchange. He plays like a card that I've never even heard or seen of before, and it's just like magically, just somehow it makes a comeback. But if this is reality, if this is the real world we're living in, if this is not the Matrix, he just admits defeat, and then we go on with our lives. You know, we're gonna find out right now. Is it red pill or blue pill time? What time is it? What time is it? Summertime. Congratulations. That's a more than 10-year-old reference right there. If you got that, then I'm sorry. That's all I can say. I'm sorry. Or maybe you had a happy childhood. I don't know, right? One of the two. One of the two. Um Ladder Devil. Oh my god. Not the devil. The devil watching me. Not the devil watching me. That's That's not a good sign. Oh no, buddy. Oh no, buddy. That's not gonna hold it down. Yeah, that's not gonna hold it down. GG's. GG's, my guy. All right, anyway, I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to play like any meta, but I mean, we played 2 sets. Like, what more do you want from me? That was 2 sets. So anyway, this is kind of my thoughts and opinions on Diva Hero in 2024. Whether it's my version, Televisual, Bad Robot, James Arc, who's maybe Ladder Devil, who knows, who knows, who knows? He's Ladder God, I don't know, I don't know. Or, any of the other aforementioned Diva Hero players at the beginning of this video, like, play Diva Hero. Overall, I think it's a deck that has a chance at winning an event. It's still Diva Hero at the end of the day, no matter which build that you play, which means you could draw hands like Double Molly, Spine Gilman, Miracle Fusions with no Heroes or Waters, etc., like all those bad things. But every deck in Edison format bricks, right? It's about the consistency. Diva Hero is one of the most, if not the most, explosive deck in the format. 5 out of 5 on the offensive stat. But then when it comes to consistency and defensive stat, it's quite low, right? So that's why a lot of players opt not to play it. It's amazing because it's one of the decks that there aren't many counters against, because you need your side deck cards at the right time. If you draw a Pulling in the Rug when they already have like 0 and synchros up on the field, it does nothing. You know what I mean? Outside of Vanities, False Dyna, the deck doesn't really have any like weaknesses. So it's a very strong deck. It definitely has potential to win. Hopefully we see more players do well with it in the future. And with that, guys, ATrueHero out. Peace. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. I would like to take this time to give a special shout out to my Patreons, Televisual, and Enraged Peacock. For those of you who are looking for exclusive content, please subscribe to my Patreon. The link will be in the description below. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, ATrueHero out. Peace.
Subscribe or you too will be sent to the Shadow Realm.